Hi team, once again, welcome everyone. In the previous session, we discussed the migration tool and its different phases. And now we'll talk through the evolution phase and remediation phase. In evolution phase, the tool scans all custom objects and identify S4HANA compatibility issues using the latest SHX variant. It also detects the performance related issues such as nested loops, select statement inside loops, and repeated queries on same table in same object, and other performance violation based upon the tool configured as a check variant. In real-time projects, we typically schedule runs series in ATC using the standard T code ATC to capture all S4HANA readiness compatibility issues and then the performance issues. But for this demo, we will run the evaluation manually for a few object types such as programs, function groups, class and baddies. This is to demonstrate how the tool extracts the evaluation results in structured format. This evaluation phase will run 3 times. The first scan, the tool will extract all issues, both automation eligible and those are required manual attention. And in second scan, after automated fixes are applied, the tool will rescan and extract the results for the remaining unresolved issues. And in the final scan, once manual adjustments are completed, the tool will run a final scan to ensure all objects are ATC clean and testing ready. So let's go with evaluation here. So for the demo purpose, we have taken couple of object types. So let's start with these reports. So I have taken 2 reports here, one related to the sales and other related to the delivery and invoice details. The tool will evaluate these objects and display the results in a structured format, including which object type, which object name, in which line number, what kind of error, and that error can be automation eligible or need any manual intervention. In this structured way, the tool will going to display. See here in the screen, this is a structured way the tool will going to display here. For example, let's take one of the report here, and then I'm going back and opening the specific report in above editor. You can see here in line number 185, this been indicated there is a database operation here. And if I go here to the line number 185, this is where you can see the and with the query have been written. This is how the tool will going to identify. And if you see the column that fixed by here, where it will tells you which are need manual intervention, which can be done auto fix here. So this is how the evolution will run. So we have here 32 conflicts in this couple of objects. So now we'll run the same set of object remediation phase. So now let's go back and we'll go back and run the remediation and we'll come back and run the evaluation phase to make sure the adjustments applied by the automation have been accepted by the evaluation or not, and what are the leftover evaluations. So now let's run the remediation phase for the 2 reports and then the revisit the evaluation results. Now I'm taking the same set of examples here, SGR sales and the delivery invoice data, which have been keep open here, so that you know how the object evaluate and how the object remediates. And I'm executing here. So during the remediation, the tool will follow a strict rules. The first one is the no code deletion. The tool will never delete any specific syntax in anything. It will only comment out the conflict lines and insert the corrected codes below them with a proper comments and logs. And also, before making any changes, the tool will create a version backup of the specific object to ensure the client can fully revert the change if required. And the tool can be adapted as per the client request. So as per the client naming conventions, as per the client commenting styles, as per the code formatting standards, the tool will ensure the automated changes matches their existing development practices. And one more beautiful feature the tool is having is selective automation. The client can choose which issue should be automated, which issue should remain manual, allowing full flexibility and control over this automation. And also for the tool conflicts, It will going to identify the specific conflict, comment out the original code, insert the new code with a specific S4HANA compatibility syntax, and add a start of end of changes so that this provide the transparency for any client. And while inserting any adjustments, the tool will check whether newly added adjustment is indeed compatible to the or not. And then it is going to check, it is going to activate and come out of the remediation. See now, right now remediation have been applied. Here just I'm refreshing the display. Just I'm going my display again. If we go to that same query what we have seen before it have written KO and it's gone commented out and replaced with a new CDS view. So now the automation is completed. Automation for the selection reports is completed. Let's go back to the evaluation phase and rerun the objects to verify that the adjustments made by the automation is accepted by the tool or not, accepted by the ATC or not. Let me quickly go back and go to this evaluation phase, and let me go to this reports. Let me select the both reports what we have taken before. So if it's again the report will be scanned here, the both objects will be scanned and it will be display what are the leftover errors. So now it will display the errors which are tagged for only manual. In first one we have seen the both automation and manual. So we have applied the automation here and we are rescanning that object so that you can see before we have 32, right now only we have 5. So the 27 conflicts have been auto adjusted and these are the leftover errors and which are tagged for manual. These can be downloaded and given to the technical person to do the corrections. So similarly we will follow for any kind of object types. So let's go for the function module. Here, for example, we have taken one of the IDOC related function group. It will be similar check. We will first scan the errors in those function groups so that the tool will display the similar results how we have shown for the reports. It will give the similar results in which function group, in which function module, what kind of error we have, and what is its message, and which error can be done by the tool and which error can be manual. We have total 11 errors in this. I will quickly go back and do auto adjust for this function group, and I will come back and run here for the automation, and then I'll come back and run the evaluation again to see whether the changes have been applied to this or not. I'm going to the function modules and I'm going taking the same thing here and I'm executing it. So now auto fixes have been applied to that function group with the similar strict rules whatever that have been configured here. So oh, see now the auto adjustment have been applied to the specific function module. Now I'm going back and I will rerun the evaluation for the same function group again. Now I'm going back to the evaluation phase here and I'm going to the function modules and I'm selecting the same function group which we have taken for remediation and I'm executing it. Now this object will be rescanned similar to the specific object type programs. It will rescan, it will give the conflicts which are left over. See right now before we have around 7 or 11 and that we reduce it to 2 and this is how the tool is going to adjust. Similarly we let's go for a class or a baddie. So let's take for a baddie, which will be combination of a baddie enhancement and then backend a class. So let me go here. We can let go on the and execute. Similarly, it will scan the baddie and what are the class backend the baddie is having, and that will scan each and every method that have been implemented and showcase the results similarly in which baddie, in which method, in which line number, what kind of error we have, and the error can be done by the tool or manual. Now I go back and I will quickly run the remediation for the same baddie again. I will go into the remediation phase, going here and I'm going to the baddie and I'm selecting the baddie and I'm executing it. Now it is going to apply the auto fixes for the specific baddie. See now the auto fix have been applied. Now I quickly go back to the evaluation and I will rerun the evaluation for the same baddie again to check what are the adjustments we made that is accepted by the ATC and by the tool or not, and what are the leftover errors. See the baddie is after executing it, so it will rescan the specific method what we have implemented inside this baddie and it will give the results what are all the leftover errors which need to be fixed manually. See these are the leftover errors which need to be fixed manually. So this is how any object type that will be evaluated and that will be automated without any manual intervention needed. It will speed up the technical work that involved in any S4 HANA my migration. So now let's discuss about the auto track log. So once this evaluation automation is done, so next whatever changes that have been applied by the tool have a capability to capture all the change logs with a specific structure way. So the tool will create a custom table inside the SAP system, and it will store all the changes whatever that have been applied by using the tool, and it will store in a specific table which states that in which object type, in which object name, in which line number, what kind of changes we made, whether we have commented any function module and rewritten with a new function module, or we have commented any query on specific k when we replace with a specific CDS view. These kind of all changes that have been made by the tool will be captured and stored in a table. Now let's go and check that auto track log. So that the auto track log will be the validation. In the auto track log, let's check for the reports. So the reports what we have applied changes, sales data and the delivery invoice data. The same report I am running here in the auto track log, which will be captured in this way: in which object time, in which object name, in which line number, if it's have included in which line number, what is the old code we are having, and what is the new code that we are inserting it here in the report. For example, if you see here, there's a function model that have been called that is replaced with a new, and if we have a query here in line number 240 that been replaced with the CDS view what we have. This is how the all changes will be captured in one place where the client can clearly see for which object type, for which object name, what changes that will have been applied here. So this will be useful for any future audit log. So this is how the tool is going to analyze the system, evaluate the custom objects, rectify the custom objects, and then store the change log for any object types. Thank you.